The Kenyan Gen Z have rejected the 6-day national dialogue proposed by President Ruto. Now, yesterday I talked about Ruto sharing the stage with Raila Odinga and other deputy presidents. Now, the reason why I say that I was surprised to see that is that it does not happen in Nigeria in the period of trying to show national unity. Here's that noise again. I was talking about Odinga sharing the stage with Ruto and others. Now, I didn't say that because, like I stated earlier from when I started making this series, I don't take any side. I'm an observer because I see the things that happen in Kenya that does not happen in my country. Even in the time of reconciliation, you never see our president with the opposition. They never share a stage. That's why I was fascinated by what happened. But today I want to talk about the reject, not edit. And I understand the Kenyan Gen Z and the Kenyan youth especially do not want any form of dialogue that involves Raila Odinga. Okay, remember Odinga is an opposition and he sees an opening actually to come in, because let's say what's his name, William Ruto leaves now, there is going to be a vacuum, and the current deputy president may have to fight with Odinga to get in there. Odinga, what do they call him? What's that Odinga's name again? They call him Agwambo, which means mystery, mysterious, unpredictable. So this guy, from what I understand, he has been trying to be president for quite a while until he settled for prime minister, but he still wants to be president. Now, the Kenyan youth, from the news I've been reading and my close observation of what's happening in Kenya, they don't like this guy. I don't know. I'm not in Kenya. I don't know the politics. You guys have the right to choose what is good for your country. I'm just a supporter. Now, it says the Gen Z have rejected the 6-day national dialogue proposed by President Ruto. Raila Odinga was particularly touched by the Gen Z as to what role he will play in the dialogue. There is this belief that the dialogue that Ruto is trying to have is trying to include William Ruto as the opposition. But the youths, the Gen Z, said, we are the opposition now. The youth is the opposition, not Raila Odinga. Now, he now went on to say, what's it called? Kenyan youths reject dialogue. Raila is speaking the same language as William Ruto. Now, this is what the youth is saying. It's not me. I'm just reading for it said that two of them are speaking the same language. No, so at this point, it should be clear to them that the youths and the general population of Kenya, they want changes. The changes they want, I'm going to let you know soon. Now, they said that Kenya's youth reject dialogue. Raila Odinga, the same language as William Ruto, trying to calm the Gen Z down in the name of dialogue. Okay? So, but my point is, up till now, William Ruto is such a stubborn man. I don't know why he cannot see what's happening. I have never seen him share a stage, with a Gen Z. Since all of this showmanship, all these things he has been doing, he is yet to share a stage. He's yet to share a stage with a youth. I've not seen a youth. There are so many of them that have been speaking. I know some of you may not like Eric Imondi that much, but he has come out as one of the faces. And then there's this other guy that organized the thing at Uhuru Park. I forgot his name now. Oh God, I wrote it down somewhere. Anyway, this negotiation that he's doing, dialogue he's doing, he does not include these people there. The people that are fighting for these things, changes in Kenya, he does not include. What does it take for William Ruto right now to invite these people? In Nigeria, you don't see, like I said in the other video, you don't see the youths near government at all. The only time they bring the youths or Gen Z closer is when they want to like make them like assistant. You know, they carry file and they carry luggages around for this thing. It's basically a houseboy's post. So this is not going to work, Mr. Ruto, if you do not engage the youth now. I don't understand what it takes. All these concessions you've been making, they have to push you to a corner, then you make a concession. They push you to a corner, you make you come on national TV and make another statement. What does it take? So listen, I'm not giving any advice. My observation, I think William Ruto should push Raila Odinga away and negotiate with the youth. Okay? Dialogue with the youth. Don't dialogue with... Okay. I know you guys, some of you are like, some of you, my subscribers, like Odinga, and the rest of you like Ruto. You know, but right now, Ruto is the president, and my suggestion is that he dialogues with the youth. He dialogue with the people seeking agitation, the people agitating for better country, not Odinga. Now, what does the Gen Z want? They want for him to dissolve the cabinet and a parliament. It's as simple as that. Dissolve the parliament, dissolve, because most of the parliament now is the people, most of them are voting for that finance bill. And most of them, from what I've heard, due to corruption and everything, the Gen Z are fed of them. So they want the whole entire cabinet and the parliament gone. I know that's like a tall order, but it can be done. Serious times like this, it can be done. If you want to do dialogue, you can dialogue with yourself, Mr. Ruto, on how to dissolve the cabinet. Okay? Leave Odinga alone. Now, they want him to remove the housing levy. Now, I'm not a Kenyan, please. You can tell me what the housing levy means. Like I said, I don't know. Tell me what the housing levy means, but obviously, this is what you want gone. So, he can do this. I was listening to, is it Citizen TV, where this guy, Wangi something, the guy is an analyst. He was giving, like, breaking down the level of corruption, the level of when you borrow foreign money, you borrow money from IMF. They put so much tributaries and channels in there where they siphon and steal the money instead of the money going for projects. He analyzed that. Now, this is what happens in Nigeria. You know, I give kudos to Kenyan journalists. We have journalists in Nigeria. You Nigerians that are listening to me. When was the last time you invited a Nigerian senator to come into the studio and you grill him on whatever bill, whatever thing they passed? You've never done that. You have never done that. Kenyan journalists have no fear. I noticed that the first day when they were having that round discussion with William Ruto, they gave him the question forward. This does not happen in Nigeria. Nigerian journalists, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because sometimes when the government in power comes in, they give you some brown envelope with some goodies inside. You guys keep quiet. You take side. What is the purpose of Nigerian journalists? I implore you Nigerian journalists and you Nigerians, because sometimes you think when I say these things, I'm just, making noise. Take time. Watch Kenyan TV. If they are, most of them are online, or you can subscribe to them. Watch Kenyan TV. Listen to how these intelligent people question the president. The intelligent people make their points known. If a minister or somebody, a cabinet or a member of parliament says they spent this and that, the journalist has prepared everything. They're going to question you. They're going to ask you questions direct. They don't go about or try to let you off the hook. Nothing. Okay, so another thing the Gen Z want is they want to restore Linda Mama program. I think this is something got to do with school, secondary school, children stuff. I think I read a little bit about it, guys. Let me know. Linda Mama program, they want it gone, or they want it to restore. I'm sorry, they want the Linda Mama program to be restored, and also to be restored is the Edward Fire program. I think that has to do with like a hospital. You make the hospital available for people closer to them, where they can go for make it hospital essentially accessible to the citizens. It's simple things. It's simple things. Let me tell you guys, if you are not in Nigeria, let me tell you what happens in Nigeria right now. In Nigeria, if you are sick, you get zero, except your parents or your godfather or anybody who works for the government or has connection. But if you are an ordinary Nigerian, if you fall sick, you are on your own. If you go to a hospital, before they could admit you into the hospital, you have to pay. You have to pay deposit before they take you into the hospital. Okay? A hospital is not even supposed to do that, but it happens in Nigeria. So this is the Kenyan Gen Z want the Edward Fire program to be restored. And then another thing I want you guys to let me know. You guys are demanding the removal of ID replacement fees. I don't know what type of ID that is. There's so much noise outside. That's why I stay inside my car to make videos sometimes. My car is quiet, but these people. Anyway, guys, so that is that. So that's some of the demands these youths are making. Now, I always bring Nigeria into these things because I'm thinking that not a lot of Nigerians are paying attention to what is happening in Kenya. No, most of them are doing videos now. They have videos online. So when on the video, they only talk about protest and things like that. They don't go deep down. Me personally, I'm studying the Kenyan, because in Nigeria, today, Nigeria can never change if the Nigerian individual, if he does not change. We have a certain type of mentality in Nigeria. You Nigerians, you hate for me to say this thing. That's why you come on my comment section and talk rubbish. Okay, you hate for me. We have a certain mentality which we have to let go. That mentality of arrogance, that mentality of not listening to advice, that mentality of learning from other people that things are working for them. That mentality of thinking that God is going to solve our problem. You guys have seen that. You've seen that, right? Other countries, they put all these things aside. We have to develop the Nigerian. So most of you Nigerians I see you making videos about Kenyan protests and stuff like that. No, that's fine. You can make videos, that's okay. But have you spent time to study the real Kenyan? What makes them strong enough to fight their government? What makes them strong enough to question their government? What makes them strong enough to question government policies? You Nigerians, have you done that? Before you come to my channel and talk rubbish, have you done that? You've not done it. You just sit down and surface. Hey, Kenyans, look at Kenyans in the street. They are protesting. Let us do it in Nigeria, protesting. No, Nigeria, we protested before. But how did you sustain that protest? Kenyans keep going at it. Leave all this nonsense you guys are watching. Listen. If you ask the average Nigerian what is the capital of Kenya today, only about 2% of Nigerians will tell you that. What is the capital of, let's say, Tanzania or Uganda or capital of Algeria? About only 2% of Nigeria will tell you that. But go and ask them how many baby mamas does Davido have. They know everything. They know the baby mama. They know the net worth of the baby mama. They know the children's name. Ask them which Nollywood has the biggest nyash. They know all of that. But the things that will save them, the things that will move them forward, the things that is supposed to make you like your country or develop things that are supposed to develop your mind, you don't do that. Another thing, most of you spend time listening. In Kenya, let me say this. I noticed in Kenya, we have Chronics, the reggae artists and other reggae. They, because I follow their tours, they always go to like Kenya. You know, these are people that sing conscious music. So Kenyans are kind of developed. Their thinking is different from Nigerians. Nigeria is like, we want to party all the time. We want to do Nollywood, Afrobeat, yay! Even though we are suffering. The economy is bad. Our currency is poor, but we want to be happy. Listen to reggae music. Listen to conscious music that would force you to love your country, force you to ask questions instead of all of this nonsense. Man, I have to go. I'm angry today. I was trying to make video earlier. We have these people that blow leaves around with the things, been making noise all day. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate the subscribers, the comments, everything you guys have done for me on this channel. I appreciate it all day. Thank you, guys. I'll make another video later. Stay tuned. Those of you that I keep saying, okay, now it's gone up a little bit. About 95% that watch my video are not subscribed. Only 5% of you that watch my video subscribe. So guys, subscribe. It doesn't take anything. Just move your finger a little bit. I think it's somewhere here or here. Do it. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Bye.